here at Arm Wars Vengeance is in the middleweight division. Welcome the man from the United States of America, Scott Ballinger. This man has massive pedigree and a real buzz of excitement surrounds him. He is the multiple US national champion and Arnold Classic champion. His opponent hails from Bergen in Norway. Welcome combat, Asle Kvamsdal. This giant middleweight, 6 feet 4 inches tall and 88 kilograms. He is the reigning and defending Norwegian national champion. Andrew Cobra Rhodes, mentoring the legacy, Scott Ballinger. Exciting addition to the Super Series, and he faces real experience in the established star of the Super Series, the evergreen and ever impressive Asle Kvamsdal. What off the start! Oh, what a drive! So close to a pin there.
On that. Did you?
Yeah. A little bit more wrist.
Scott Ballinger with an impressive start. Have hand dominance and control.
Carve it in. They're ready. Go!
Strap applied. Well driven into that hook, and Scott Ballinger with the pin.
Broke the plane. Okay. Very close.
A man of few words and mighty deeds, Scott Ballinger, and he starts so well there. This is an aggressive, raw puller. He's named the legacies from a long line of pullers.
And he just too much.
Det var ganske går, og det er helt umulig å gå ut på med regn på. Det var første kampene.
You guys are pushing.
Famous father of Scott Ballinger is Bill Ballinger, an armwrestling legend
Go!
from the United States. Underway we go, big drive off the start. Ballinger pops, loses his hand and wrist, and Asle Kvamsdal was able to gain hand control there just prior to the slip. The strap applied, and the man from Norway seems to be waking up. Look at the intensity on combat. Matched by the drive from Ballinger. Wow! Scott Ballinger just blew through Kvamsdal. Look at that off the start. Asle was ripped to the max, but as he tried to hit the back pressure, he was run over by this American bulldozer.
He's still pretty fresh. You're just more man than he is right now.
Jeg vil møte han og teste styrken. Jeg har ingenting tapt nå.
What a start for Scott Ballinger, two-time and defending Arnold Classic champion.
Ready, go!
Olympia Expo revved up, but he's lost his wrist and hand there.
A little early.
For the first time.
A little early.
Asle Kvamsdal.
A little bit more on that wrist. A little bit more on that wrist.
Can smell blood in the water when he felt the wrist go back down. Straps may change everything in his own mouth. Unbelievable war, and we are tight in the centre. Kvamsdal calls Ballinger on. He sunk his elbow to the back of the mat. Big reversing drive there, trying to pop the hand, can't do so. Tightens it again, and he will come onto the tricep. Again, the bust attempt there. Ballinger feels himself exposed and goes onto the runner. Kvamsdal with the win. Asle Kvamsdal is back in the match. It's 2-1. And a look to the sky from Ballinger as he feels that fatigue start to fill his arm, the lactic acid. And he's about to be taken into deep waters, you suspect here. His first time in the Super Series.
Nå blir han mer og mer trøtt.
Oh, you got the arm. You just got a little bit more angle on you. There, you're across the table. You're on his side of the table.
This match is really warming up now. 2-1.
Ready, go!
Managed to get his first bite in the pull, and both men want this badly. Ballinger, far less experience over 6 rounds, and you wonder whether that will impact him.
More, you guys are rotating. Rotate it out a little bit more. You guys hold that. Ready, go!
Enormous drive! Scott Ballinger with the win. Ballinger moves to 3, and that is impressive from the American, and that is deserved from the American. Look at that. So intense, contains the Norwegian and drives to the pad. And if you can lip read, you can see exactly what Kvamsdal felt about that one. Pendulum of emotions experienced in the camp. Norway today.
Ready, go!
Big drive. We slip and we'll go to the straps, and a little grimace there as we do so from Scott Ballinger. His wrist is coming under major pressure.
Hold that there.
The
Ready,
strap
go!
applied again. Better set up from Kvamsdal. We are deep inside. The hook is set, and Kvamsdal takes up residence with that elbow at the back of the pad. Scott Ballinger, keeping measured, listening to the instructions from his father, Bill, and Andrew Rhodes in his corner. Trying to maintain that position. Craig Toulier is advising him now, and he's being attacked furiously by the Norwegian. Changes that body shape now, Ballinger. Did he wait too long? Has the lactic acid built up too much? Because combat, Asli Kvamsdal is all over him here. Big drive, and the Norwegian with the win. Kvamsdal with the win in a war in round 5. Look at that on the replay. Asli Kvamsdal laid in weight at the back of the pad, using that long lever to keep the burn and the bite going into the hand of the American.
4-3,
Scott's father, Bill, working on that forearm. All smiles in the Norwegian campers. Frode Hågeland comes to advise Kvamsdal, but he knows he's not out of the woods yet. He needs one more pin, and Ballinger attacks furiously. Enormous drive. Elbow foul. Kvamsdal driven off the pad. Ballinger with a huge attack there. Couldn't finish and literally drove his opponent off the pad, but Kvamsdal stayed in an A-arm position.
A little bit more.
We are now into the strap match, an enormous drive again! Asli Kvamsdal stops the match, and he's calling on the American. Feels like he will win whenever the match turns into a dogfight. He loves the combat, hence the name, and now he goes on the attack. Enormous drive, can't finish. Scott Ballinger showing that mettle that we've seen from the Ballinger clan throughout their career, and Ballinger has now adjusted his position, and he starts to go in his own offensive with the tricep. Tightens up. Big push, goes on to the running foul. Big advantage now for Kvamsdal, but he's running out of gas. Ballinger needs to win just to get the restart. Unbelievable. Saying to the referee, do not stop the match. Don't stop the match. He calls again. Feels like he's putting burn into his opponent's hand and wrist and utilising that running foul to give him the advantage. The idea being there for the Norwegian that if the match was to be restarted, he would be in a better position. I can tell you right now, he's in a horrible position here. He's looking around, he's trying to get some attention from Michael Todd, utilising one of Michael Todd's famous positions and techniques, much frowned upon in the arm wrestling community, but it's ever so effective, and Asli Kvamsdal is proving that here. Scott Ballinger trying to maintain, waiting for the breath of the Norwegian. From there he would go on the offensive, but can he hang him up that long? Big drive there, Ballinger can't finish, waits again, looks to his corner for advice, and still no opportunity to finish as Asli Kvamsdal starts to put the burn steadily into the arm of the American, and this is an immoral war. Big drive there from Ballinger, can't finish again. His elbow floating dangerously close to the front of the pad. He looks to his father and to Andrew Rhodes for some advice there. Incredible battle of attrition, and the burn setting in to the forearm and the back of Asli Kvamsdal. He has that massive assault into the wrist and hand of Ballinger. That will be doing huge damage. But the tricep block is effective for the American, and he sat there waiting for the breath. He'll try to pick his moment, and from there, he will go on that offensive. What a battle. Who will tire first? This is a screaming death war. Scott Ballinger adjusting, trying to grimace and block out the pain. The lactic acid coursing through his forearm at this stage. Big drive, shaken ahead from Kvamsdal. He is too feeling it, though. He sits up there, goes on to the tri-press. Transitional victory. Atle Kvamsdal with the win.